Skylar.
My sister. Thank you for all your service.
If it takes fighting a war for us to meet, it will have been worth it.
I'll leave you to it. 1 week later, I'm writing a letter nightly. Now my life gets better every letter that you write me. Laughing at my sister cause she wants to form a harem.
I'm just saying, if you really love me, you would share 'em.
Ha! 2 weeks later, in the living room stressing. My father's stone-faced while you're asking for his blessing. I'm dying inside as you whine and dine. And I'm trying not to cry cause there's nothing that your mind can't do. My father makes his way across the room to you. I panic for a second thinking we're through. But then he shakes your hand and says, be true. And you turn back to me smiling. Your eyes in the sky, living on down for the count, and I'm drowning in a is mine. That boy is mine. Into your eyes in the sky, living on down for the count, and I'm drowning in a
Eliza, I don't have a dollar to my name, an acre of land, a troop to command, a dollop of fame. All I have is my honor, a tolerance for pain, a couple of college credits, and my top-notch brain. Insane, your family brings out a different side of me. Peggy confides in me, Angelica tried to take a bite of me. No stress, my love for you is never in doubt. We'll get a little place in Harlem and we'll figure it out. I've been living without a family since I was a child. My father left, my mother died. I grew up buck wild, but I'll never forget my mother's face, that was real. As long as I'm alive, Eliza, swear to God you'll never feel so.
I dare with you, I do.
Eliza,
I dare with you,
I never felt so. Yo, my life is gonna be fine, cause Eliza's in it.
I look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. Down for the count and I'm drowning in all. In New York, you can be a new man. In New York, you can be a new man. In New York, you can be a new
End of May or early June, this picture perfect afternoon we share. Drive the winding country road, grab a scoop at a la mode, and then we're there. An open field that's framed with trees, we pick a spot and shoot the breeze like buddies do.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What you'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to, do it. Want to change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know that compares with pure imagination. living there. You'll be free if you truly wish to be. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to, do it. Want to change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know that compares with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be.
Good evening, and welcome to the William Inge Theater and tonight's performance of All Together Now. This is a global celebration celebrating local theater. All Together Now is licensed through Music Theater International, and at last count, there were 2,500 organizations participating in all 50 states from 40 countries and territories. That's going to be more than 5,500 individual performances seen by over 1 million audience members. And ladies and gentlemen, right here in Independence, Kansas, we are part of that. So, on behalf of Independence Children's Summer Theater, Independence High School Theater, Niwala, ICC Theater, we invite you to sit back and enjoy all the wonderful local talent. We kicked it off with Pure Imagination from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory featuring Dean Hayes. And now, from Fiddler on the Roof, Matchmaker with Isabel Iola, Kiera Islam, and Lily Taylor.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see. For Papa, make him a scholar. Make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I'm alone, so find me a match of my own. Hoddle, oh Hoddle, have I made a match for you? He's handsome, he's young, all right, he's 62, but he's a nice man, a good catch, true? True. I promise you'll be happy, and even if you're not, there's more to life than that. Don't ask me what. Hava, I found him! Won't you be a lucky bride? He's handsome, he's tall, that is from side to side, but he's a nice man, a good catch, right? Right. You heard he has a temper, he'll beat you every night, but that's only when he's sober, so you're all right. Did you think you'd get a prince? Well, I do the best I can, with no dowry, no money, no family back. Matchmaker, matchmaker, you know that I'm still very young. Please take your time. Up to this minute, I misunderstood that I could get stuck for good. Clear see that he's gentle. Remember, you were also upright. It's not that I'm sentimental. It's just that I'm terrified. Matchmaker, matchmaker, plan me no plans. I'm in no rush. Maybe I've learned playing with matches. A girl can get burned. So bring me no ring, groom me no groom, find me no find, catch me no catch, unless it's a matchless match. I'm Lauren Blackard.
And I'm Kellen Ebert.
Kellen has performed in 4 ICST shows and 1 Newalla show, his favorite being Mr. Mayor in Seussical.
Lauren has performed in 4 ICST shows and 1 Newalla show as well. Her favorite role was Little Red and the Adventures of Little Red Riding Hood.
Our next number is Meadowlark from The Baker's Wife, from the musical The Baker's Wife, and will be performed by Terry Barbara.
Terry is an ICC administrative assistant and has worked with the college theater program and William Inge Festival for several years. Terry's favorite role was Frau Blücher in Young Frankenstein. Ladies and gentlemen, Terry Barbara singing Meadowlark.
When I was a girl, I had a favorite story of a meadowlark who lived by the river's wind. Her voice could match the angels in its glory, but she was blind. The lark was blind. An old king came and took her to his palace, where the walls were burnished bronze and golden braid. He fed her fruit and nuts from an ivory chalice. Then he prayed, "Sing for me, my meadowlark, sing for me of this silver morning. Set me free, my meadowlark, and I'll buy you a priceless jewel, a cloth of brocaded crewel, and I'll love you for life if you will sing for me." Then one day, as the lark sang by the water, the sun god heard her in his flight. Her singing moved him so, he came and brought her the gift of sight. He gave her sight. She opened her eyes to the shimmer and the splendor of this beautiful young god, so proud and strong. And he called to the lark in a voice both rough and tender, "Come along, fly with me, my meadowlark, fly with me of the silver morning, across the sea where the dolphins bark, and we'll dance on the coral beaches, make feast of the plums and peaches, and I'll love you beautiful life, sing for me. But the meadowlark said no, for the old king loved her so. She couldn't bear to wound his pride. So the sun god flew away, but when the king came down that day, he found his meadowlark had died. Every time I heard that part, I cried. And now I stand here starry-eyed and stormy, just when I thought my heart was finally numb. A beautiful young man appeared before me, singing, "Come, oh, won't you come? And what can I do if finally for the first time the one I'm burning for returns to glow? If this is love at last, it's picked the worst time. But still I know I've got to go, fly away, meadowlark, fly away on the silver morning. And if I stay, I'll grow to curse the dark. So it's oft where the days won't find me. I know I leave wounds behind me, but I won't let tomorrow find me back this way. Before my past once again can blind me. Fly away. And we won't wait to say goodbye. My beautiful young man and I.
I'm Brody Small.
And I'm Evelyn Axbaum.
Evelyn has performed in 5 ICST shows and 2 Neowalla shows. Her favorite role was Baby Bear from Shrek.
Brody has performed in 4 ICST shows. His favorite role was Happy in What Happened After Once Upon a Time.
Our next number is The Human Heart, is Gimme Gimme from the musical Thoroughly Modern Millie, and will be performed by Isabel Ayala.
Isabel is a junior in Independence High School and played Millie in last summer's production of Thoroughly Modern Millie. Isabel's favorite role was Millie from Thoroughly Modern Millie.
Ladies and gentlemen, Isabel Ayala singing Gimme Gimme.
Simple choice, nothing more, this or that, either or. Marry well, social world, businessman, clever girl, or pin my future on a green glass love. What kind of life am I dreaming of? I say, gimme, 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 gimme that thing called love. after. Gimme happy ever after. Gimme that thing called love. Gimme that thing called love. I crave it. Gimme that thing called love. I'll brave it, thick and thin, rich or poor time. Give me years and no one more time. Gimme that thing called love. Gimme that thing called love. I'm free now. Gimme that thing called love. I see now flight of sing sparrow. Gimme Cupid's famous arrow. Gimme that thing called love. I don't care if he's a nobody. In my heart, he'll be a somebody. Somebody to love me. I need it. Give me that thing called love. I want it. Here I am, St. Valentine. My bags are packed. I burst in line. Aphrodite, don't forget me. Romeo and Juliet me. Fly, dove, sing, sparrow. Give me fat boy's famous arrow. Gimme that thing called love.
I'm Madeline Horning.
And I'm Aiden Drews.
Aiden has performed in 3 ICST shows and 1 Nia Wallace show. His favorite role was Horton in Seussical the Musical.
Madeline has performed in 5 ICST shows and 2 Niwala shows. Her favorite role was the sour kangaroo in Seussical the Musical.
Our next number is the Cafe Songs from the musical Les Miserables and will be performed by Bradley Gray.
Brad is the animal shelter director in Coffeyville. His favorite role is Shrek in Shrek. Ladies and gentlemen, Bradley Gray singing Empty Chairs and Empty Tables.
There's a grief that can't be spoken. There's a pain goes on and on. Empty chairs at empty tables. Now my friends are dead and gone. Here they talked of revolution. Here it was they lit the flame. Here they dreamed about tomorrow, and tomorrow never came. From the table in the corner, they could see a world reborn. And they rose with voices ringing, and I can hear them now, the very words that they had sung became their last communion at the lonely barricade at dawn. Oh, my friends, forgive me that I live and you are gone. There's a grief that can't be spoken. There's a pain goes on and on. Phantom faces at the window, phantom shadows on the floor, empty chairs at empty tables where my friends will meet no more. Oh, my friends, don't ask me what your sacrifice is for. Empty chairs at empty tables where my friends will meet no more.
Good evening. I'm Lisa Page. I'm the artistic director for Independence Children's Summer Theater, and I've directed a few Neewollah musicals along the way. I just want to say thank you for being here. This is amazing. Thank you for coming out tonight and helping us celebrate theater. I'm here representing Neewollah and Children's Summer Theater tonight, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about those organizations. Neewollah is, and Children's Summer Theater is something that this community has that is fueled on by volunteerism. Volunteerism is the lifeblood of both Neewollah and Children's Theater. Neewollah has been around since 1919 and has lots of volunteers, probably more than any other event that I can think of. I was proud to serve as Generalissimo one year, and I know we have this past year's Generalissimo in the audience and next year's Generalissimo in the audience, probably a lot of other people that have been involved in Neewollah, and lots of performers. In fact, when we were sitting in the basement or the Civic Center during rehearsals for a Neewollah musical many years ago, I had a conversation with some people at the table that said, you know, it would be really great if we could have a children's summer theater. And Stacy Neer and Dana Froby and I, Tony Jabin, and a whole host of other people jumped on board to help us create Children's Summer Theater, which was in 2005. We started out with one production with about 53 kids in 2005. In 2008, we had so many kids auditioning, we said, well, let's add a second show. So we added a younger kids musical, brought Rhonda Bradbury on board to direct. And then we got, again, so big that in 2016 we added a third show, which was a play, and Laura McClure was very instrumental in bringing that into our midst. So we are just so proud and pleased of everything that Independence Children's Summer Theater has brought this community along with Neewollah. And I personally am so proud of so many of the kids that have gone through these programs. We have 6 kids that were a part of Children's Summer Theater that are now professionals in music and theater, either as teachers or as stagehands or as performers. And that's something that I'm very proud of. I'm also very pleased that so many of the performers tonight got their feet wet on this stage in a Children's Summer Theater production. And it makes my heart happy when I hear them tell me that one of their favorite roles was one that they did with us. So thank you to the community for supporting Children's Summer Theater, and thank you for coming out tonight. Our next performance is a familiar face on this stage, Lily Taylor. She has done many, many Children's Summer Theater productions. I think you might have seen her recently. She played a little girl named Dorothy in a little show we like to call The Wizard of Oz. But tonight she will be singing probably her first big role in children's summer theater was the role of Annie when she played it in Annie Kids. And here she is, Lily Taylor, singing Tomorrow.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick up my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow, you're always a day away. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick up my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow, you're only a day away. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow, you're always a day
Our next number is The Human Heart from the musical Once on This Island and will be performed by Cortland Rose. Cortland is the Academic Success Coordinator here at ICC. Her favorite role was Gertrude in Seussical. Ladies and gentlemen, Cortland Rose singing The Human Heart.
Courage of a dreamer, the innocence of youth, the failures and the foolishness that lead us to the truth, the hopes that make us happy, hopes that don't come true, and all the love there ever was. I see this all in you. You are part of the human heart. You are part ones who knew such tenderness, the ones who felt so sure, the ones who came before you, the others left to come, and those who you will teach it to, and those you learned it from. You are part of the human heart. You are part. This is the gift I give. Through your love, you'll live forever. 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 You are part. Tonight, part of the human heart.
Our next number is I Dreamed a Dream from the musical Les Miserables and will be performed by Sherry Allen. Miss Allen is a vocal music director at Independence High School. Her favorite role was Ida in Honk Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, Sherry Allen singing I Dreamed a Dream.
There was a time when men were kind, when their voices were soft and their words inviting. There was a time when love was blind and their world was a song, and the song was exciting. There was a time, then it all went wrong. I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. Then I was young and unafraid, and dreams were made and used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, no wine untasted. But the tigers come at night, with their voices soft as thunder, as they tear your hope apart, as they turn your dream to shame. He He slept the summer by my side. He filled my days with endless wonder. He took my childhood in his stride, but he was gone when autumn came. And still I dream he'll come to me, that we will live the years together. But there are dreams that cannot be, and there are storms we cannot weather. I had a dream my life would be so different from this hell I'm living, so different now than what it seemed. Now life has killed the dream I dreamed.
Hello, friends. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Elizabeth Bennen, and I am the proud theater teacher at Independence High School. I have so much to say, so many people to thank, and so little time, and I more than likely am going to forget some people along the way. So to start off with, I want to thank you all. From the actors to the techies to the producers, directors, publicists, parents, administrators, designers, community, and audience, thank you for every large thing that you do to promote theater in Independence, Kansas, and every small thing that you've ever done to create and produce theater and arts performances. Whatever you do to forward a production makes a difference and proves that theater and the arts are alive and well in Independence, Kansas. I'm continually humbled and amazed how Independence comes together and puts together amazing shows, concerts, and arts festivals in the face of adversity, challenges, and even a pandemic. Last year was nothing short of the type of perseverance and togetherness needed to bring works of art to the stage, and we all did it. Why do we do it? We do it because we love it. It's one of the oldest motivators, but it is the most powerful. Years and years ago, when I was a small child, my father came home from Pittsburgh State University from a meeting. He was on the faculty there, and he said, "Who wants to be in a musical?" And I, little 5-year-old, I was like, me, I want to be in a musical. What is it? Well, I soon found out what it was, and I went and auditioned, and I got into Pittsburgh State University's Wizard of Oz. And I believed I was in the land of Oz. I was a munchkin, and when I saw that wicked witch fly in from the zip line and trample my vegetable garden, I believed it. When I saw Glinda descend in her bubble on some wires that were really sketchy and probably not OSHA safe, I believed it. But it wasn't until I looked out and that fourth wall dropped that they talk about in theater. And I saw the audience, and they were laughing, and they were clapping, and they were sending this love. And I was like, this is magic. And I want to do this for the rest of my life. For some students on stage today, this will be their first production ever. This Newsies segment that we are about to see boasts of 20% of its original cast, with only one person in its membership that danced this on stage 2 years ago before the pandemic. The cast is comprised of many new faces, and with the help of Renee Stanley and Sherry Allen, these young performers have put the number Seize the Day back on its feet, or rather I should say its toes. I am so proud of them, and our whole band of brothers and sisters who carry the banner each year as senior students graduate, move on, or leave us. More than anything tonight, students, actors, techies, directors, parents, producers, publicists, administrators, designers, community, and audience, my wish, my hope is for you to gasp, see the magic, and feel the love that being together now provides for all of us.
Doesn't show, like it or not, now is when we take a stand.
How about we just don't show for work? That'll teach them.
They'll just replace us. We have to stand our ground. Davey, tell them.
Now is the time to seize the day. Stare down the odds and seize the day. Minute by minute, that's how you win it. We will find a way, but let us seize the day.
Hey Jack, look what I made. Pretty good, huh? Strike! It's great! It's pitiful.
Hey, now don't be so quick to judge. They bulldozers here out of the window of those sidewalks. Expects any sign of reinforcements.
Cannot erase our fear. It is when we face our fear. Tell those with power, safe in their tower, we will not obey. Behold the brave battalion that stands side by side, too few in number and too proud to hide. Then say to the others, did not follow through. You're still our brothers, and we will fight for you. Now is the time to seize the day. Stare down the odds and seize the day. Once we've begun, if we stand as one, someday become somehow, and a prayer becomes a vow, and the strike starts right here now. Now is the time to seize the day. Now is the time to seize the day. Answer the call and don't delay. Answer the call and don't delay. Cross will be riding if we're united. Let us seize the day.
You kidding me, right? At the end of the day, who are you going to trust? Them or them? Now let them hear it loud and clear. Now let them hear it loud and clear. Like it or not, we're drawing in. Like it or not, we're drawing in. Proud and defiant, we'll slay the giant. Judgment Day.
Our next number is Children Will Listen from the musical Into the Woods and will be performed by Lisa Page. Lisa is the assistant principal at Eisenhower Elementary and the artist director of Independence Children's Summer Theater. Her favorite role was the narrator in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Ladies and gentlemen, Lisa Page singing Children Will Listen.
How do you say to your child in the night, nothing's all black, but yet nothing's all white? How do you say it will all be all right when you know that it mightn't be true? What do you do? What do you leave to your child when you're dead? Only whatever you put in its head. Things that your mother and father had said, which were left to you too. What do you say? Careful the things you say, children will listen. Careful the things you do, children will see and learn. Children may not obey, but children will listen. Children will look to you for which way to turn, to learn what to be. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. Careful the wish you make. Wishes are children. Careful the path they take, wishes come true, not free. Careful the spell you cast, not just on children. Sometimes the spell may last past what you can see and turn against you. Careful the spell you spell, that is the spell. Children will listen. Children will listen.
Our next number is Stop the World from the musical Come From Away and will be performed by John and Marcy Gray. Marcy is the coordinator at Riley Early Learning Center, and John is the music teacher at Eisenhower Elementary School. John's favorite role is Lord Farquaad in Shrek, and Marcy's favorite role is Ermengarde in Hello, Dolly. Ladies and gentlemen, John and Marcy Gray singing Stop the World.
Stop the world, take a picture, try to capture, to ensure this moment lasts. We're still in it, but in a minute, that's the limit, and this present will be past. But here we are, and the world has come together. But here she'll be in this picture forever. Look at this. 540 million years ago, these two continents collided. And 200 million years ago, they separated, moving further apart, leaving a little piece behind them. Oh, I'm sorry. I should move. You're missing some of the scenery.
No, you're fine.
Really?
Yes, it's perfect.
Oh, thanks.
Stop the world, seize the moment, but the minute he goes, you're alone. And pinch yourself, tell yourself you're just dreaming. That means he'll forget about you. But here we are, where the continents once crashed together before they went their separate ways forever. So stop the world,
stop the world,
stop the world,
stop the world,
stop the world
from spinning round. I want to look out, overlooking something that's taking the time to stop flying by and look down. Stop being to stare and look round. Just tell them now and look down.
Take a picture of a scenery,
Of a lookout, of a moment which is over, of the ocean, of the river, of the trees. Stop the world, please.
Our next number is Let It Go from the musical Frozen and will be performed by Rhonda Bradbury. Rhonda is a first grade teacher at Eisenhower and a director for the Younger Kids musical for Independence Children's Summer Theater. Her favorite role is actually being the director for the Younger Kids for Children ICC. And now I'm very excited to be able to announce the Younger Kids show that Rhonda will be directing this summer for ICST is Frozen Kids. Ladies and gentlemen, Rhonda Bradbury singing Let It Go.
The snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fear that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. one with the wind and sky. Let it go, let it go. You'll never see me cry. Here I stand, and here I'll stay. Let the storm rage on. My power flurries through the air into the ground. My soul is spiraling with frozen fractals all around. And one thought crystallizes like an icy blast. I'm never going back. The past is in the past. Let it go. Let it go, and I'll rise like the break of dawn. Let it go, let it go. That perfect girl is gone. Here I stand in the light of day. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway.
Our next number is Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious from the musical Mary Poppins, and will be performed by Megan Moore. Megan is the coordinator for student life here at ICC. Her favorite role was Mary Poppins from the New Orleans musical Mary Poppins. Ladies and gentlemen, Megan Moore with Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
What's my first line? Oh, thank you. When trying to express oneself, it's frankly quite absurd to leaf through lengthy lexicons to find the perfect word. A little spontaneity keeps conversation keen. You need to find a way to say precisely what you mean. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Diddle 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 I. 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 When Stone Age men were chatting, simply grunting would suffice. Though if they heard this word, they might have used it once or twice. I'm sure Egyptian pharaohs would have grasped it in a jiff. Then every single pyramid would bear this hieroglyph. Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Say it and wild animals will not seem so ferocious. Add some further flourishes, it's so rococo-cocious. Oh, oh. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Diddle 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 I. 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 The Druids could have carved it on their mighty monoliths. The ancient Greeks, I'm certain, would have used it in their myths. I'm sure the Roman Empire only entered the abyss because those Latin scholars never had a word like this. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. If you say it softly, the effect can be hypnosis. Check your breath before you speak in case it's halitosis. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Diddle 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 I. Diddle 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 I. Diddle 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 I. Diddle 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 I.
say it backwards, which is sui cotalipsia et siligophila crepus. So when the cat has got your tongue, there's no need for dismay. Just summon up this word and then you've got a lot to say. Pick out those 18 consonants and 16 vowels as well, and put them in an order which is very hard to spell. S-U-P-E-R C-A-L-I-F R-A-G-I-L I-S-T-I-C-X-P-I-A-L-I-D-O-C-I-O-U-S. Too fast? S-U-P-E-R C-A-L-I-F R-E-G-I-L I-S-T-I-C-X-P-I-A-L-I-D-O-C-I-O-U-S. Come along. S-U-P-E-R C-A-L-I-F R-E-G-I-L I-S-T-I-C-X-P-I-A-L-I-D-O-C-I-O-U-S. Once more. S-U-P-E-R C-A-L-I-F R-E-G-I-L I-S-T-I-C-X-P-I-A-L-I-D-O-C-I-O-U-S. Here we go. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilistic, 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 expialidocious. Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious.
Next, the Independence High School Choir performs Why We Tell the Story from Once on This Island. The IHS Choir is directed by Sherry Allen. Soloists are Kamara Jones, Landon Thompson, Kira Islam, Garrett Knight, Lily Taylor, Kenneth Roman, and Cole Mayfield.
Protects us from above, and she fills us with the power and the wonder from her love. This is why we tell the story, why we tell the story, why we tell the story, why we tell the story. Share with her our laughter and our tears. Mysteries and miracles befall us through the years. We tell the story. 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 Why we tell the story? 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 So I hope that you will tell us tomorrow. It will help your heart remember and relive. It will help
Hello. You having a good time? I think the award for best performance by pregnant soloist has got to go. I mean, amazing. So my name is Paul Molnar. I'm the Director of Theater Performance here at Independence Community College. And I want to tell you how this whole thing came about. I got an email about 2.5 months ago from Lisa Page. And she said, hey, why don't we do this thing called All Together Now? And so we set up a Zoom meeting, myself, Lisa, and Liz, and Joel. And this was in November. We said, oh, this will be so fun. It's in November. It's so far away. You know, we'll have 30 performances. We'll do a whole bunch of stuff. No rehearsal together until like the night before for like maybe 2 hours. What do you think? Like, sure, why not? Sounds great. So that's what we did. I say that to say everything that you're seeing tonight was brought here to the stage, rehearsal ready. We just did a tech through yesterday from like 2 to 4, and that's it. So I think a big round of applause for all of our performers, all of the Lisa and Liz and everybody that contributed to this, and of course Sarah, just everybody, and Joel. So I just wanted to say that. So ICC Theater. So I've been here for 2.5 years now. My wife and I moved here from New York City, and after being in New York for about 20 years. And one of the things that really struck both of us when we arrived here in Independence, Kansas, was the community. The passion that you all have, not only for each other, but for the arts, and the ability to come together and get things done is really exceptional. And I don't know if you're from here and you've lived here your whole life, I'm not sure you understand it as well as someone who comes from somewhere else and just arrives and just experiences what I consider really exceptional community. So I want to make that observation to you all. I want to thank you for welcoming myself and my wife into this family here in Independence. I'm thrilled to be here at ICC. We have a lot of exciting things that we're going to be doing coming up. We're launching 2 brand new programs, Associate of Fine Arts in Performance and an Associate of Fine Arts in Technical Theater that we're very, very excited about. I want to give a little shout out to all of my fine arts colleagues, Larry, Emily in Visual Arts, I wrote them down because I know I'm going to forget. Teresa Fisher, of course, Sarah, Emily, Joel, Dee, Bruce, all the folks in Arts and Letters Division, all our friends from the Inge Festival Foundation, the ICC Foundation, and we have an incredibly supportive administration, so I want to say thank you to all of them. So we have a few things coming up. The next thing on the docket is the Holiday Spectacular. If you look out on the table, there's some flyers for that. That is a collaboration between band, choir, orchestra, visual arts, and theater. This is going to be a celebration for the holidays, Monday, November 29th at 7 o'clock right here on the William Inge stage. The next big event is Endgame by Samuel Beckett. That is December 2nd through 5th in our Black Box Theater, directed by the lovely Dee Bird. And the December 5th is a matinee performance, which is perfect because following that performance, you can scoot on down to the museum and you can watch the orchestra concert and recital at 7 o'clock. And the next thing on the docket would be auditions for the theater department coming up December 8th. If you're interested in performing, we have open auditions December 8th from 5 to 7. And rounding out the year is our New Year's Eve Gala, which will take place at the Booth Hotel. Tickets are available at the ICC Foundation, the Chamber Office, or there's a QR code out in the lobby. Or if you ever see Larry walking around, he's got him on him. He wanted me to make sure you knew. You stop him in the grocery store, on the disc golf course, wherever, he's got him on him. So that's going to sell out. So I would recommend getting those tickets right away. All right, so now I'm going to invite the company back out onto the stage so we can end the way that we should, all together. Our last selection is going to be Seasons of Love, featuring Deetra Rose from the Tony Award-winning musical Rent.
525,000 moments so dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter and strife. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in the seasons of love, seasons of love.
525,600 minutes, 525,000 journeys to plan, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure the life of a woman or man?
Truths that she learned, and things that he cried, and bridges he burned, in the way that she died.